ShinRobjira.
Today we're going to be talking about the Galidor, Nepol, and Shimmel, and the Nepol Deluxe sets. Alright, so I made a bit of an oopsie. Turns out this is just a basic release, and the Nepol and Shimmel set is what's considered the deluxe release, although neither of them really state as such. So, my apologies, I'm calling this version the deluxe version throughout the entire video. A blue-furred, large-eyed humanoid alien boy, whose race is known as the Sectari, Nepol is a whole short king. But he's also kinda mad about it because Gorm's the one that kinda shrunk his down to being such a short king. His powers consist of the ability to use ice and being an alien Sonic the Hedgehog, because he's also pretty quick. Oh, and he also has his notable steed, Shimmel, which never appeared in the show. Another important quality of Nepol over here is that he likes to let people know that he hates kek.
Almost as much as I hate kek!
And here we have them. Standard Nepol, Deluxe Nepol, and Shimmel. It really does sound like I'm saying nipple. Maybe I should just start calling him Nepal. That'd probably be better. So we're gonna take a look at the two nipples first. Now, when it comes to these two figures, they are essentially just a color swap, where this guy had baby blue, this guy has white and baby blue. They both operate the same, they just come with different accessories. That and Deluxe Nepal has white around his eyes, while Standard Nepal has blue around his eyes. Simple enough, right? Oh, and I guess their goggle colors are different. His are white, his are gray. And again, the only difference is going to be the accessories. Nepal gets his little ice staff, and Deluxe Nepal gets a Wookiee nipple pinchy arm that you can attach to his back. So right up front, I actually am a pretty big fan of the eyes. I like how they look like spin art almost, or like a bloody splat. Couldn't tell you why, other than I think that looks cool. And again, just like Nick and Gorm, we're really not going to get too much paint on these as they're mostly just molded in different colors. The closest that we're going to get to different paint is essentially just going to be his glasses or goggles. Standard is brown, Deluxe as orange. There will be no difference in details around the fur pieces that are located around Nepal's neck, but they do look really, really nice. Gotta give LEGO credit where it's due. It's nice looking fur, and you're pretty much going to get that anywhere you see the dark blue on these two figures. Just really nice looking fur and maybe skin detail for the feet and the toes? Yeah, I don't know what to call those things. I don't know if my guy is wearing boots or if those are just his feet. The details on the heads over here are actually really, really cool. They look very brainy. And that detail will come around all the way to the front as it meets the goggles where his face will smoothen out for his mouth. You know, simple, but rather effective. You will get more detail like that across his body, but this makes me think that the detail on top of the head is just minor fur, like short fur, as compared to the fur that is on his forearms, his neck and chest, and his feet. So that's probably what that is. Taking off his shield over here, you can see that there is a joint behind there, and all of the plastic that is not this is just going to be smoothened out. And the same will be seen on the opposite side as well. The details on the hands are pretty dang good too. Yeah, they look a little weird and everything, but I dig that, very much so. And for Deluxe Nepal's alternate arm, we're going to get some mechanical looking details on it. Nothing crazy. And the bicep for this arm is essentially going to be a different piece, but it's the same thing as the forearms, the neck, and the legs. Just dark blue with a lot of fur detail. And that's pretty much it for these two. So in terms of paint, both the Nepals over here are going to get solid stars. There isn't a lot of it, but what is painted is nice. And in terms of detail, they're both going to get solid stars, especially so. The fur detail on these two are just magnificent, and that's only going to be further communicated with Shimmel. When it comes to Shimmel over here, he reminds me of something that's probably existing in Star Wars as of right now. He's just got that very space camel look to him. Just look at that glazed look in his eye. But in all seriousness though, I really do enjoy Shimmel's design. I'm not entirely sure if the creators were going for this very biomechanical looking space camel, but if that's what they were looking to accomplish, I gotta say they definitely nailed it down. Shimmel's body looks like the body of a motorcycle almost. While there's no majorly intricate details on it, there's still quite a lot there, especially for a biological being, which I'm assuming he is. And you're going to get a lot of that mechanical detail on his legs and his shoulder blades over here. Yeah, it's not just present on the body. Just the overall look and feel of this guy is really, really cool. And I also really like how the feet look as well. Shut up. I don't know, just the way that the fur drapes down and over his toenails over here, it's just a cool look. He really does look like a space camel. And upon taking the leg off, you can get a better look at everything over here. It's a nice looking piece. And I do like that the bottom of the foot almost kind of has like a horseshoe vibe going on with it. Aside from 2002 Lego in there. I don't know, Shimmel's not the most interesting character, but he's got some cool pieces going on about him. And I guess the only other area to really look at is the underside of Shimmel over here, and yet again, a lot of mechanical looking details on his underside. Oh, and of course we have to talk about the little saddle that he comes with. Decently done, nice detail. This is where Nepal can sit and such, obviously, and it's nice to see a color differentiation from the outside part to the inside part, which is likely cushioned. It's just cool. I don't know. I just wanted to say that. I like the choice of colors that they used. Other than that, there's really not too much else to talk about because when it comes to painted pieces on this, you're going to get these two sections and you're going to get this one area on his head over here. Well, and his tusks over here as well. I'm kind of really enjoying how the paint was used as sparingly as it was because it kind of does just highlight certain areas on these figures. It's simple. It's fun. I enjoy it. I'm going to award Shimmel here a solid star in terms of paint and detail. Now we can talk about articulation and other stuff. So as far as gimmicks go for the Nepal figures, all you have to do is just push this little stump on his head forward and that'll bring his goggles down. You can bring them back up like so he looks all bug-eyed and scary, but you can also move this ever so slightly to kind of give him an angry look or a pissed off look. And when it comes to Deluxe Nepal over here, all you have to do is push down on these two pieces and the claw will open and close. Get strapped up! Oh, he got a box cutter. Another little feature that the Nepal and Shimmel set has is that you can actually put Nepal's ice staff over here in to these little things on Shimmel's side. So when you have him sitting up there, he doesn't need to be holding his staff. And yes, both versions of Nepal can sit up on top of Shimmel. Yes, yet again, the only major differences between these two figures are going to be in their accessories and their colors. They are still very much compatible with one another. So now for articulation. Head all the way around, can look back that far, can look down that far, very, very nice. The arms can go all the way around like so. They can go out that far and in that far. You'll also get a swivel at the elbow over here, which I was never much a fan of. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I kind of wish the elbow was just a hinge joint, just like at the shoulders up here, but what can you do? You will also get a swivel at the wrist. The legs can do exactly what the arms can do, all the way around, in and out, and you'll get a swivel at the knee. And if you have Nepal's alternate arm on his back, it operates just like any other arm in the Galidor sets. Can move all the way around, all this other stuff. Very nice. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, his cock shield over here can absolutely move all the way around, can be posed however you want it to. Now, as you could probably tell, Shimmel's got a lot more going on, which means a lot more articulation. You can go all the way around at the seat or saddle over here. There is some slight bending back and bending forward with this, but if you move too far forward or too far back, it's going to come out of its little joint there, but it is a possibility. Now these little arms over here are steps where Nepal can put his feet up on. They can move all the way around like so, full rotation. They can move down, they can move up, they can do it all. Shimmel's head can stay at a neutral stance, or he can look up a little bit or down a lot of bit. Look at that. Why the long face? He can also make a full rotation at the neck, and his little cab driver hat can go all the way around as well. And you can probably already tell, the front legs can move out and up about this far, back in about this far. They can make a full rotation like so. Bend at the blue fur, and you'll also get a bend at the foot over here so it can get nice and scrunched up. Both, of course, will feature swivels. And Shimmel's hind legs can do what every other leg or arm does in this line. It can go all the way around, it can go out about that far, in about that far, and you'll get a swivel and bend at the knee. And like the other figures in the line that I've talked about thus far, I'm going to give articulation a solid star. Sure, I do wish old Nepal over here could bend at the elbow and the knee, but he is short. So maybe that's why they decided not to do that. And, well, at least we got swivels at those areas. Now I guess I can start making my ungodly creation now, so see you back here in a second.
I hate cat.
Yeah, back in the day when I was a kid, between these two sets, this is always what I would do. I would glinch Nepal and Shimmel together, and I would combine the other Nepal figure to make him look like a big, tall warrior or something. And that's that. That's all I really have to say on that, so I guess now we can move on into size comparisons.
I hate cat!
Not my favorite set of the bunch, but a fun one regardless. A Nepal and Shimmel set is a great addition, especially for those in need of a lot of pieces for all their weird little concoctions. Meanwhile, the deluxe variant for Nepal, while cool, felt mostly unnecessary, but yet again, good for pieces. Plus, I'm a sucker for that Wookiee nipper pinchy arm. All things considered, this Nepal and Shimmel set is pretty friggin' flames. I don't know, especially at the time, I was still very much on my Legend of Zelda kick, so heroes who were riding something like a camel or a horse immediately just reminded me of Link and Epona. So I guess that's what mainly drew me to this set, and because I wanted absolutely everything Galidor at that point in time. And mark my words, if Galidor were to ever come back, I would buy every single reissue or re-release of these figures, 100%. I'd keep them in the box though, because, you know, that's crazy. Anyway, I have been ShinRobjira. I do so hope you enjoyed this now the 3rd episode in my Galidor mini-series. I can't believe we've made it this far. Merry Monday, even though Mondays are never merry. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about on Friday. Again, recording this so far in advance, so I'll just see you all there. Peace.
Did I tell you I hate cat?
Many times, and as the great Finnic philosopher Uliana said, put a sock in it.